Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good night, good afternoon, whatever part of the world you're on today. This episode of As the Tarot Turns is brought to you on purpose with purpose. I am your host, Nacho Mama. Some people call me Crystal, some people call me Criddle, like Riddle with the C. Either way, Nacho Mama is a personality, not a person. Today we're going to read for the Virgo collective. What is my biggest obstacle for the Virgos? Please remember to like, share, and subscribe if you so feel inclined. Super, super excited to be where I'm at. I'm there. I'm super excited about it. So thank you guys so much for being here. And please feel free to say hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, howdy. Hey, sup, y'all. Virgo. Virgo, what is your biggest obstacle? As some of you might have known, I was at a memorial service in Iowa for a friend that lost their son in an act of gun violence. Like, there was a party that was going on and this kid wanted to get into this party, and they wouldn't let him in because it was an adult party and he was like 15. So he went back and got a gun and shot the house up, and my friends lost their son. So I was in Iowa for one of the most beautiful memorials I've ever been to. And as an empath, my emotions were all over the place. Like, I just can't even, there's no words, just love. Same thing for Texas, man. I can't even, there are no words, just love. And enough about me, let's get to you, Virgo. Virgo, universe, source, spirit, please use me as a conduit to express the best message of what Virgo's obstacle is right now. The biggest obstacle in Virgo's life right now. What is the best message for Virgo's obstacle? Biggest obstacle for Virgo. Oh, that one wanted to pop out. Joy. Joy is your biggest obstacle, Virgo. You're having a hard time finding joy in things. Finding and marriage, huh? With the Lovers, you might be dealing with a Scorpio. You could be dealing with a Gemini. Your biggest obstacle is finding joy in your marriage? What? Needing some rest. You might be dealing with a Libra. We have Libra, Scorpio, and Gemini. So your biggest obstacle is joy. In a marriage situation, putting something to bed, putting something to rest. Like, fixated on all the negative aspects. You know, you could have somebody that's 99.9% perfect and we'll be bitching about the 0.1% that we have a problem with. You know, sure, they do this and this and this, and they listen, they have a job, they care, you know what I mean? They're responsive, they're, attentive, they're nurturing, but then we'll find that 0.1%. We could have somebody that's 99.9%, like all about it, all there, and we will pick and poke at that 0.1%. She might be having problems finding joy in your marriage right now. Your obstacle might be rest. You got frustration. Finding joy is frustrating. That's true though, man. Have you ever noticed when somebody's in a really bad mood and you try to point out all the positive stuff, they just get more irritated with you? You know? It's like, your positivity is killing my bad mood. You know, when somebody comes at you with positive solutions for seemingly negative issues, it's like it just irritates the hell out of somebody, man. And they don't do it on purpose. Like, they do it in an act of kindness and, compassion. It's like, sometimes we just need people to let us be angry. Let us be upset, you know. Sometimes we just need somebody there to listen. We don't need somebody to listen to try to fix, you know. We need somebody just to listen, to sit there and not respond, you know. A lot of times we respond out of control, like we're trying to change a situation, trying to help a situation. Like we're not trying to empathize with one another. We're trying to, you know, gain control over it, and we listen to respond, not to actually empathize. It seems like you've got a lot of investment, but your greatest obstacle is joy. That's a very weird overall energy to have, you know, Virgo. For your greatest obstacle to be joy. The next card to come out as marriage. Looks like there's a lot of frustration in some sort of investment. You know, maybe you're frustrated with the investment of marriage. You're frustrated with trying to find joy in it, you know. But man, whatever we focus on is what we'll get. Whatever we focus on is what we'll get. But it makes you feel weak. Not being able to find joy or not seeing the joy in something, you know. It's like then it's this repetitive cycle. But your biggest obstacle is joy. You have frenzied. Something makes you want to like pull your hair out, you know, constantly looking for this happy solution instead of just knowing that it's actually there. Is like it makes you frustrated. It makes you frustrated on trying to find it. But if you're constantly trying to find it, then all you're going to get is some more constantly trying to find it, you know. I think it'll take a lot of work to reverse any sort of response that you have. Like, I mean, it's taken you your whole life to get you where you are now. Things don't just change overnight. It's a constant practice. You have to constantly practice. And maybe that's what your obstacle right now is that actually practicing it. Actually practicing finding the joy in every situation. Practicing finding, you know, to know. It's not that you're seeking it, you're looking for it, you're acknowledging the joy. But your biggest obstacle right now is joy. There's a lot of dependent energy, you know. Somebody either depends on you for their happiness or you depend on somebody else for happiness in yourself. It's like, no, I feel like this because you did this today or you didn't do that and I need you to do this. There's a very dependent energy. You know, we're looking for our source of joy outside of ourselves, which will always be disappointed that way. That leaves the door wide open for disappointment, because if somebody doesn't, you know, follow through with their side of the agreement that they don't even know that they're in, you know, then we have this sense of disappointing, because I mean, they should have known that we felt like this, you know, without ever actually communicating to them. I just think that you are very frustrated in trying to find the joy in things. Instead of just letting the joy be, you know, enjoying the joy, you're searching for it and searching for it. You know, it's kind of how I feel about synchronicities. Is like I'm addicted to synchronicities from the universe. Like I'm addicted to the universe talking to me and me listening, you know, and then I go out searching for it. And then if I don't get it, I feel kind of like, oh, well, maybe I'm wrong, or maybe it wasn't this, or maybe I'm trying too hard. And then we start over analyzing it. Closure. I think you have a lot of unhealed wounds. Starts with joy and ends with closure. So there is a lot that you still carry, a lot of burdens that you still carry that you don't need to carry anymore. You don't need to carry all the burdens from all the past things. Like, I think you hold on, like almost like you're addicted to this hurt, to things hurting. And it might be because that's all you've ever really known, but how do you let go of everything that you know? You just have to let it go. Let go of some of the guilt, let go of some of the shame, let go of some of the just whatever you've been harboring that's weighing you down, that's stopping you from your joy. Like, you have a lot of unhealed wounds that you're trying to cover up instead of facing them. Like, you're covering them, and then you're finding it hard to find joy in your everyday life because you're holding on to so much burden from things that aren't even happening right now. And then you bring all this past hurt into your now moment. Like, we live in the past, the present, and the future all simultaneously. Like, we live in the now moment of our past thoughts while we're creating our future. So be very conscious of the feelings the signals that you are sending to your body with your mind, because your body doesn't know that it's not going through this experience. If your mind is replaying something over and over in your head, and then all of a sudden you find yourself in a bad mood because, well, what were you thinking about? Were you going over a conversation that you wish you woulda, you wish you coulda, and then find yourself all of a sudden your body starts hurting. You feel insecure. You feel like nobody loves you. It's because you're ruminating, reminiscing in a pot of all the bullshit that you've been through in your life. Look around you now. Find the joy in the now. Like, the sun came out on time. None of the planets collided while we were sleeping. There is so much to be sad about. If you look in the world and you're really focused on just wanting to be sad, you can find anything that makes you sad. Oh God, I dropped my pen. Now my whole day is ruined. Oh God, I did this and now everything's just fucked. It's all fucked. You know what I mean? But you can spend the exact same amount of time enjoying things. Let's see what we can get from the angel affirmations. What sort of advice do you have for the Virgo collective? Angels, please and thank you. So mote it be. Amen. Oh, that one wanted to pop. Family. The situation is rooted in an emotional experience with a family member, which we can help you to understand and heal in your mind and heart. Surround this person, yourself, and the experience with calming blue light and many angels. Be open to the gifts within the situation and allow yourself to feel peace. We have go for it. Your prayers and positive expectations have been heard and answered. We've been working with you on this situation since it is genius, and we will continue to watch over you and everyone involved. Stay on your present path, as it will take you very far indeed. Like, if there's something creative you've been working on, some sort of artistic adventure, but I think you still carry a lot of wounds, a lot of shame, a lot of guilt, a lot of anger, resentment, frustration, and I think you might take it out on the world today for all the things that it's done to you in the past. Well, today didn't do it. It wasn't today's fault. Okay? Your biggest obstacle is joy. And it has to do with carrying all these wounds, all these knives shoved in you, either from yourself or from the world or from other people or from expectations or from assumptions, or carrying shame and guilt. And it's killing your joy. It's killing the joy in the now. And it takes just as much energy to find things to be sad and mad and angry about as it does to find things to be happy and glad and, thankful for. Like, wow, I really love that color purple. I really love the way that color purple looks on that flower. Instead of focusing on the flower that's dead next to it, focus on the one that's alive and thriving. Focus on the birds that are chirping. Focus on what is there to be thankful for instead of constantly searching for the things to be angry or upset or sad about. I love you guys. And until next time, Nacho Mama out. Vroom, beep, beep.